So how can you increase your running endurance? The first thing you can do is start running. Once you start running, your body will adapt and you'll be able to run further. Check your breathing. Breathe from the lower part of your lungs, where the air drops down into the diaphragm. This will help you last longer during your runs and keep a consistent pace without getting tired. The third thing is to hydrate and drink plenty of water before and after runs. This will reduce cramps, injuries, and ensure that you'll perform to your best. You can bring water with you during your runs. I usually don't bring water most of the time because I'm going for speed and I hydrate ahead of time, or the area that I'm running to will have a water fountain and I'll get water there. Another important tip is to make sure your nutrition is in gear. The body uses carbs as the main source of energy during runs, so eating balanced meals the day before your run will ensure for optimal performance since you're using mostly stored energy. But if you feel hungry, you can eat breakfast before your run if you're running in the morning. Just make sure it's light so the food doesn't move in your stomach. Oatmeal peanut butter sandwich and a green drink are some of my favorites if I'm feeling hungry. If you're running later in the day, you can eat a bigger breakfast because you will have enough time for the food to digest. Nutrition affects endurance levels because if your nutrition is off, you'll feel gassed out on more challenging parts of your run. And if you overeat, most of the blood will leave your muscles and drop down into the digestive system to help digest the food. Once you've got a few runs in, check your form. Make sure you're not doing unnecessary movements that will use energy. For me, I always move my head, and that's something I'm improving on. I used to hunch my back too, and that interferes with your stride. A great idea would be to video record yourself so you can see what you're doing and make adjustments. Number 6, strengthen your core. The posterior muscles on the back, along with the glutes, oblique muscles on the sides, and the anterior muscles on the front of the body. The chest, abdominals, and pelvic floor help to stabilize the spine, posture, and balance, especially if you're running on uneven and slippery surfaces like sand and dirt. Having a strong core will also help you maintain strong form during your runs. You use a lot of core when running and it will strengthen naturally, but it doesn't hurt to add some core exercises in, like leg lifts, planks, and oblique twist. Number 7, wear comfortable running shoes. Light running shoes are great for a fast pace, and heavier shoes for more foot and ankle support. I prefer cross trainers that have a barefoot feel to them and transition well to different terrains. Number 8, flexibility. Flexibility affects running performance and endurance because it improves range of motion, reduces injury, and brings more blood and oxygen circulation into the muscles. This will reduce pain and fatigue during runs and help with recovery afterwards. Even if you don't run or exercise every day, it's good to do some type of mobility daily. Number 9, warm up and cool down. Warming up prepares the muscles for running, slowly increasing your heart rate, body temperature, and blood flow to the muscles. Cooling down brings the body temperature and heart rate back to normal, helping the muscles recover and reduces soreness. I don't warm up to start my runs all the time. Most of the time I run first. Once I get to a certain distance, I'll warm up doing dynamic stretches, then finish my run and do a cool down stretch. Or I'll stretch and myofascial release the day before a run. Or right before a run, I'll do mobility on certain muscles if they feel tight or sore. Number 10, visualization. Visualize your runs or running route before you run. When you run it in real time, it will feel easier because you've mentally ran through it in your head. Number 11, organization. Organize, keep track of your runs, and be consistent. Once you're able to run a certain distance, see if you can run it in a shorter time. Once your route gets easy to run, increase the distance. Add incline to make your runs more challenging. Experiment with running 2 to 3 times per week for best results. Even if the distance is short, it will gradually increase over time the more you run. And number 12, rest and recover after runs, getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. This will repair the muscles, mentally refocus, and prepare you for your next run.